Good morning students, welcome to you all 11th standard commerce. Today we are going to discuss unit 2 forms of business organization, chapter 7 cooperative organization, topic disadvantages of cooperative organization. So last video we discussed what are the advantages of cooperative organization. So today class we are going to discuss disadvantages of cooperative organization. So first point, limited funds. Second point, over reliance on government funds. Third point, imposed by government. Fourth point, benefit to rural rich. Inadequate for rural profit. Lack of managerial skill. Next point, government intervention. Misuse of funds. Inefficiency leading to losses. Lack of secrecy. Conflicts among members. And last point, limited scope. So these are the disadvantages of cooperative organization. So we will see one by one. So limited funds. Cooperative societies have limited membership and are promoted by the weaker section. So the membership fees collected is low. So therefore the funds available with the cooperatives are limited. So the cooperative, they cannot expand the beyond the level because of limited funds. So the membership is very limited. So fees also very limited. So they cannot expand their business activities because of the limited resources. So the principle of cooperatives organization, one man one vote and the limited dividends also reduce. So the enthusiasm of members. So they cannot expand their activities beyond a particular level because of the limited financial resources. Then second point, over reliance on government funds. So cooperative societies are not able to raise their own resources. So their sources of financing are limited and they depend on government funds. So already we seen the cooperative have the limited funds. So the resources are very limited. So they are not able to raise the own resources. Okay. So the cooperative society dependent the government. So the government not provide the funds in correct time, the cooperative organization cannot run. So the funds and the amount of funds that would be released by the government are uncertain. So therefore the cooperatives are not able to plan their activities in the right manner. That means what is affect here, the cooperative are not able to plan their activities in the right manner or correct way. So this is the over reliance on government funds. The next point, imposed by government. In Western countries, cooperative societies were voluntarily started by the weaker sections. So the objective is to improve their economic status and the protect themselves from exploitation by businessmen. So in Western countries, they are voluntarily started for improve their weaker section. So mainly improve their economic status, economic section and safeguard from the big business people. But in India, if you take, the cooperative will started and it was established by the government. So but in India, the cooperative movement was initiated and established by the government. So wide participation of people is lacking. So therefore, the benefit of cooperatives has still not reached many poor sections. So the participation of people is very less. So the benefit of cooperative society has not reached the people. So once again I explain. Imposed by government means in Western countries they are voluntarily started. They improve their weaker section, mainly improve the economic sections and safeguard from the big business people. But if India, if you take, the cooperative will started and it was established by the government here. So the participation of people is very less. So the benefit of cooperative society has not reached the people. Next point, benefit to rural rich. So cooperatives have benefited the rural rich and not the rural poor. So the rich people elect themselves to the managing committee and manage the affairs of the cooperatives for their own benefit. So the agricultural produce of the small farmers is just sufficient to fulfill the needs of their family. So they do not have any surplus to market. So the rich farmers with vast tracts and of land produce in surplus quantities and the services of cooperatives such as processing, grading, correct weighment and fair prices actually benefit them. So here the cooperative benefited to only rich people. Here the rich people, they themselves elected the managing committee, so they manage all the business activities. Next one, inadequate rural credit. Cooperative societies give loans only for productive purposes and not for the personal or family expenses. So because of cooperative society is help to the members, so cooperative society give only loans for only productive purpose only, not for the personal expenses for family also. So therefore the rural poor continue to depend on their money lenders for meeting the expenses of marriage, medical care, social committees, etc. So the cooperatives have not been successful in freeing the rural poor from the clutches of the money lenders. Next point, lack of managerial skills. So cooperative societies are managed by the managing committee elected by its members. So all the members are equal. So cooperative societies are managed by the managing committee, but the managing committee is selected by its members only. So the members of the managing committee may not have the required qualifications. This is the main lack of managerial skill. So the members of the managing committee may not have the required qualification, skill or experience. So since it has a limited financial resources also, so its ability to compensate its employees is so also limited. So therefore it cannot employ the best talent person. So lack of managerial skills results in inefficient management, poor functioning and difficulty in achieving objectives. The next point, government intervention. Cooperative societies are subject to excessive government regulation which affects their autonomy and flexibility. So adhering to various regulation takes up much of their management's time and effort. So here in the cooperative societies, government intervention is more in cooperative society. The next point, misuse of funds. If the members of the managing committee are corrupt, they can swindle the funds of the cooperative society. So many cooperative societies have faced the financial troubles and closed down because of the corruption and misuse of funds. So the members of the managing committee, they can swindle the funds of the cooperative society. So many of the cooperative society closed because of this misuse of funds and corruption. Next point, inefficiency leading to losses. Cooperative societies operate with limited financial resources. So therefore, they cannot recruit the best talent, acquire latest technology or adopt modern management practices. So they operate in the traditional mold which may not be suitable in the modern business environment and therefore suffer losses. So cooperative society, they have limited resources only, so they are able to appoint a managerial personnel or skilled person or qualification person. So they also cannot adopt the new and the modern technology because of this traditional, because of the they use only traditional use. So that's the cooperative suffer loss. Okay. The next point, lack of secrecy. So maintenance of business secrets is the key for the competitiveness of any business organization, but business secrets cannot be maintained in cooperative because of all the members are aware of the activities of the enterprises. So it is the important disadvantages in cooperative society. So for the business, the maintenance of secrecy is very important, but in cooperative society, business secrets cannot maintain in the cooperative society. So all the members aware of the business activities. Further reports and accounts have to submitted to register of company or cooperative societies. So therefore the information relating to activities, revenues, members, etc. become public knowledge. Next point, conflict among members. So cooperative societies are based on the principles of cooperation and therefore harmony among members is important. So but in practice there might be internal politics, differences of opinions, quarrels, etc. among members, which may lead to disputes. Such disputes affect the functioning of the company cooperative society. So cooperative organization is very important. Cooperation is very important in cooperative society. Okay. Next point, limited scope. So cooperative society cannot be introduced in all industries. So their scope limited to only certain areas of enterprise. So since the funds available are limited, they cannot undertake the large scale operation and is not suitable in industries requiring in large investments. So these cooperative organizations cannot be introduced in industries because cooperative organization only have limited resources. So these are the disadvantages of cooperative society. I hope you all understood this topic. We will see the next section. Thank you, students.